Hi, today I'm here to talk about menopause and brain function. I was prompted to do this live after watching a TED Talk by Lisa Mosconi, a renowned neuroscientist who studies how brain health plays out differently in men and women. I've used a bit of her material and added my own to give you a bigger picture of how menopause can affect a woman's brain and what we can do to slow down that decline and the effects it has. Stick with me through this, and I'm going to talk a bit about hormones, but I promise it's going to go somewhere. So most of you will know that estrogen is an endocrine hormone and is produced in the ovaries along with progesterone, and is vital to normal reproductive development and fertility. What you may not know is that the brain and the ovaries work very closely in tandem, and menopause symptoms like hot flushes and night sweats actually start within the brain. So estrogen is key for energy production in the brain. Estrogen pushes neurons to burn glucose to make energy. So the more estrogen you have, the more brain activity there is. And as you age, estrogen declines, while your brain function declines with it. Now you might be starting to see where I'm going with this. Studies have shown that this decline can even lead to developing the risk of markers of Alzheimer's disease. And now you may think of Alzheimer's as something you get in old age, but in fact it has been found that changes in the female brain that could possibly lead to Alzheimer's may start happening as early as menopause. Menopause symptoms themselves can be attributed to changes in the brain caused by lower estrogen levels. For example, estrogen activates the hypothalamus to regulate temperature, and when it doesn't fully activate it, that's when we get hot flashes. When estrogen levels start to get low within the amygdala, the emotional centre of the brain, we can experience mood swings and forget things. So what can we do about this? Well, the good news is that we can do quite a bit. And as usual, our diet is a good place to start. It's been found that the Mediterranean diet is particularly good for women in menopause. It's rich in foods that contain estrogens in the form of phytoestrogens. Now, these phytoestrogens are plant-based estrogens that work like a mild estrogen within our body. Now, some phytoestrogens have been linked to cancer, but here the phytoestrogens are perfectly safe. The foods that we're talking about here are soy products, and please try to choose non-genetically modified soy, sesame seeds, nuts, almonds, linseeds, cruciferous vegetables like kale, Brussels sprouts, legumes, peaches, dried apricots, and a type of my personal favourite is dark chocolate and red wine. Diet is one thing that works to help improve our estrogen levels, but on the flip side, it's also important to avoid things that steal our estrogen. Stress is one of those things. And this is because of cortisol, the stress hormone. Cortisol moves in tandem with estrogen in our bodies, and when estrogen goes down, cortisol goes up, and vice versa. Do things that help bring down your stress levels. I talk about these a lot over on my website, and there's quite a huge list of things that you can do that will help. So we're talking about things like yoga, any form of exercise, connection with family, friends, community is very important, meditation, dancing, relaxing in any form, massage, even getting your hair done helps. Martial arts is perfect. Whatever you can find that really takes you outside of yourself and allows the cortisol levels to even out. Of course, exercise is going to get another mention here today. Resistance exercise is very important and is shown to improve estrogen levels and also build your bone mass, which is very important at this time of life, of course. A basic exercise regime to build muscle is all it really takes. A couple of dumbbells that you find challenging, doing maybe 3 reps of 10 in each exercise. Now there's plenty of exercise to choose from on the internet, so do about 20 minutes, do them consistently and start doing them today and until it becomes habit. Improving estrogen levels has been shown to help with cognitive decline. All of the things I've mentioned should be really part of a normal, healthy lifestyle. The good news is, it's never too late to start, and every little bit you do now can make a huge difference to not only the quality of your life moving forward, but also a positive difference to your risk of developing some of these chronic issues like diabetes, coronary disease, Alzheimer's. I want to finish by saying that if you're struggling with menopause, please go see your doctor. If your doctor doesn't give you the help you're looking for, find another doctor who understands menopause. Now, if you want some accountability, certainly post in the group and let us know, and we can check in and make sure that you're being consistent with your exercise. Other than that, any comments, throw them in the group, questions, and we'll try inevitably to answer them for you. So we'll thank you for listening, and we'll see you again soon.